conditions good. Well, they set off fairly gingerly, a couple of them there, almost reluctant to take the first couple of strides. So Rosaline Chepngetich goes to the front. And the rest of them with, at the moment, Coburn third from the back. A little reluctant to go with a very fast first 150 metres down there below us into the home straight now. And when they come through the line, they'll see 7 laps to go.
Yeah, they've been asked to kind of hit around about 71.5 pace. You know, you don't need to go out too quickly over the first 200 metres to do that. It's the one bit of free running you get, no barriers obviously, and we will have to wait for the split at 1,000 metres because they don't run even pace. Sorry, excuse me, 400 metres on each lap, a little bit less. The barrier is on the top end here, but it's kind of at a bit of an angle compared to how it normally is on most tracks. Take the bell, they've still got a very good chance of going under 9 minutes.
They have indeed, yes, nowhere near 8 minutes on the clock as yet, as these two continue to pull away. The chase is on for third place. Indeed, a significant acceleration. Just trying to see the athlete in third place, and I think it's a baby, the Tokyo Olympic fourth placer, but surely she's got too much ground to make up. As we see them down the back straight for the last time, Jeruto skips over that one. Yavi in second place, tracking her now, 1 metre between them with 200 to go. Yavi has looked really strong, Steve. You're right, you said a lap back that she looked really fresh, and she does indeed, but Jeruto kicks off that water jump. Just one barrier to come as they come into the straight. It is critical. So often steeplechasers with the pressure on the fatigue, you see a mistake there, but Jeruto clears well this time and lengthens her stride and moves away. She's 5, 6, 7 metres to the good. Great running from Yavi, but Jeruto takes it there. And the fastest time in the world this year, 8:57.98.
Well, the pace requested 70 to 71 seconds per lap. That's around 8:56 pace, so it's pretty lively, and it's a question of whether Yavi, for example, and maybe a Baby, Chepngetich, whether they're happy to go with that. Yavi is tucked in behind the pacemaker, straight away a Baby, and then Alemeu, the 17-year-old, we'll keep an eye on her in the blue strip there, a very exciting talent. But, well, warm conditions, Tim, but certainly for the East Africans here, they'll be used to racing in these conditions, and we could have something rather special.
Well, they will be used to these warm conditions, Chris, although it's fairly humid, I feel. I don't think they get a great deal of humidity up there in the Rift Valley. But yes, I rather think that the conditions are more beneficial than, say, a cool evening of 12, 14, 15 degrees and no breeze. But this is, wow, I mean, less than a minute in the clock, and the field spread eagled over, what, 40 metres, maybe 50 metres almost. This is not messing about.
Approaching the first lap, and, well, 70 to 71 was the required pace. 67 they've gone through in the first. So this is ahead of schedule here. This is aggressive there from Mayambura. Is it too quick? That's the question. But Yavi looks interested. There she is with the long braided hair in second place there, with a Baby, the Ethiopian, just behind her. Again is a Baby just outside the medals in Tokyo, just stepping over that barrier, but already strung out. Goodness me, Lizzie Bird, not even in picture there, the British athlete who is coming in front of us now, in front of our commentary position, 3 from the back. But it doesn't seem to cost her any speed, and she comes in front of us now and will take the bell. Yavi then into the last 400 metres. Can she get over under 9 minutes for the second time in successive races? Over that one safely. Now stretching away. The race for second behind, just coming in front of us for the penultimate time. The 2 Ethiopians of a Baby and Alemeu, but it's Yavi against the clock here. 300 to go, safely over that one. And it's a question now of how badly she wants to get under. She's got 50 seconds to do 250 metres or so and get under 9 minutes for the second successive race. Yavi, again, tucking the legs under with just over 200 to go.
Well, I think she's heading for a personal best here. Chris Burns has asked it. She's pouring it on. She's running so strongly. Her best is 8:58 from Eugene on the 28th of May. She won at Prefontaine. Water jump to the final time was just fine, and she's got about an 80-metre, 90-metre lead.
One barrier to go into the home straight. 100 to go. Can we get her home here in Paris under 9 minutes for the second time? Oh, a little stutter there. That may well have cost her. She lost some momentum. Maybe she's not going to do it. She's got just under 8 seconds to go to get under 9 minutes. She is going to do it again. 8:56. Goodness me. 8:56.55. The fastest time in the world this year.
Out for. Likes of Chiara Scherer of Switzerland made a big improvement this year. So is the French athlete Alice Finot, and then some more experience from Kenya, Josephine Chepngetich, Fancy Chirono. They've run plenty of these diamond leagues over the years. Well, the pace was asked reasonably quick, but you can already tell, Tim, that Krauser's not interested in a pace. See, when you haven't raced, the times aren't important, particularly in the steeplechase. You just want to get out there, get a race under your belt, and then she'll head off to the World Championships, I'm sure. So they've set off pretty slowly here. The pacemaker at least is looking round and waiting for them. Hasn't gone charging off regardless. So Chepkamai, this is a good return for her. Run some good races in the past, and perhaps the last year or two hasn't been running as moved on as the event has moved on. So many women running in and around the 9-minute mark, but Chepkamai heading for a big victory here. There's no chance of Fino catching an air because she's extending down the back straight. Still climbs over that barrier a little bit. The Frenchwoman clear in second place. Scherer and Strapkova in a real tussle for third. The Ukrainian just moving ahead of the Swiss athlete. She said that I'm taking this on from Fabienne Schlumpf, who for so long was the Swiss record holder. Scherer just looks a little tired there. So out in front though, Chepkamai, just the water jump and one barrier in the home straight. Last time into the water. Kazakhstan athlete has judged this race really well. Fino front, clear, another good performance from her. One more barrier for Chepkamai. Just strides into it, takes it nicely, and now she could sprint for the line. She's watching the clock, could be a season's best here for Chepkamai, and the Frenchwoman could be heading for yet another big personal best. 9:15 the winning time. It's going to be under 9:20 for the Frenchwoman. She punches the air with delight. But the pace that's been asked for, pretty swift, but not silly quick. Getachew wanting to run sub 9 minutes here. But I think that's well within her capability, and actually hasn't really gone off here at all with the pace. So I think we could be in for a pretty good race here. I really do like Jacqueline Chepkoech. I think she's a real talent for the Kenyans. Of course, they've had great success with Chespol, who was injured, wasn't she, this year? Others, Jeruto now running for Kazakhstan, taking the world title. The Ethiopians with found Getachew. And when you think Getachew herself has only just moved up to the steeplechase, Tim, she ran at 1:56 800 meters before taking this seriously, and you kind of think, wow, that is a range and a half. It's one of the reasons why the Ethiopians are looking for who in our ranks, who do we think we could turn into a steeplechaser. She was the one who they chose, and she was up for it, and so far so good. She's just got better and better. In 2 years she's come on incredibly far and resulted in that World Championship silver medal and an 8:54 clocking.
Yeah, she's very powerfully built as Getachew, wonderful over the barriers. And Steve, when you've got those speed reserves, it's a huge advantage. She's into third place now. Is that Emma Goburn, I think, slotted into second place. The pace.
Get the victory here would be a big one for her to win here in Monaco, ahead of the world silver medalist. Getachew is in second place, trying to hang on to the American. Next time round here, it will be the final barrier, and Coburn is doing her best to try and break this up before he gets to the kick. Chepkoech, the Commonwealth champion, followed by the Commonwealth silver medalist from Great Britain, and then the other Ethiopian is just starting to get closer with every single step.
Well, this is the Emma Coburn we're used to, Steve. The bell is time. They've gone through in around 7:56 now. I'm not sure Emma can run a 64 final lap, but I'd love to see us down in front, stay out in front. She's done the donkey work in the middle of this race, and as the Getachew, the Ethiopian, moves onto her shoulder for the first time. Can she wind it up? Has she got a gear over this last 250, the former world champion?
It's the other Ethiopian, Wanda who's gone to the front here. Over that one nicely. Getachew just looks a little bit laboured, goes past Emma Coburn, and Lizzie Bird of Great Britain is still there with 200 to go, and she can finish pretty quickly. Wanda leading from the world silver medalist, and then the former world champion of the USA and the British champion. All four of them have still got a chance here, and it's the world silver medalist who strikes first. Getachew with one more barrier to go. Wanda moves out, but she can't do anything about Getachew, who kicks away. There's a great scrap on for third behind them. It's going to be Getachew who's going to get the win here. Wanda takes second place, and Lizzie Bird might have just picked Coburn on the line, very, very close. Whatever will be a British record for Bird. These two, a big personal best for Wanda, but Getachew settles for the win tonight. She didn't want a quick time. She's run much, much quicker in the World Championships, but that didn't matter. That looked like a hard race, maybe on tired legs, but she had enough. Hats off to Coburn, who did her best and was just picked on the line. It's just coming up, the official result. There's the top two and a new national record. That's knocked almost 10 seconds off her own personal best. That's 2 races in a row. She's broken her personal best, and I think that might be the first time she's ever beaten Emma Coburn. Lizzie Bird, well done to her. But Getachew wins our final race of the evening.
Well, the place time is fantastic, and the early pace, well, it got quicker and quicker, Steve. The early pace was solid, if not as quick as it had been asked for. 3:04, 3:03, and then that final kilometre, 2:58. Getachew was so strong over the last 200 here to get past Wanda. But boy, oh boy, great run from Lizzie Bird. So determined to get past the former world champion Coburn. She does take third place, 9:07.87. She's just locked Lizzie Bird almost 10 seconds off her lifetime best. That is astonishing.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Been sort of watching Lizzie over the last 2-3 years improving. Saw her when we're in Colorado training, and she really has lifted the game a little bit, partly to do with her own personal setup as well, but you can see what that does. New national record for Bird, 9:07.87, a personal best for Wanda, who looked as though maybe she could win it, but we'll be pretty pleased with that personal best. She smashed her best as well, and Getachew takes the win. The world silver medalist winning here in Monaco. Well, we've got a minute or two, just going to have a look back on another
women's 3,000 metres steeplechase. Away we go at the second time of asking. Now, in terms of pace, we've got Virginia Nyambura on pacemaking duties, looking at about 70-second laps, Tim, which would take them through the first kilometre in about 2:56. We've got the splits from Beatrice Chepkowicz's world record. We'll keep an eye on that as the race unfolds. But, well, Getachew is a really, really exciting talent.
Yeah, but that world record when it was set was almost science fictional. It was unbelievable. I mean, she's still 8 seconds quicker than anybody else in history, is Beatrice Chepkowicz, who's having a very, very quiet season, by the way. Has hardly raced this year. When she did last race back in May, it was she finished way down the field in a flat 3,000 in Doha.
And Chepkowicz, coming down in front of us, is still got about a 10-metre lead at the bell, 400 to go.
Tell you what though, Chris, it's not going to take a super fast final lap for her to produce an 8-minute time, a sub 9-minute time, I should say. She went through in about 7:54, something like that. She's having a fabulous run. You know, it's easy we're talking about that world record and the fact that they were at 2,000 metres, way off world record tempo. But the fact is, they are moving really well. This is world-class racing. Getachew now closing fast down the back straight.
Yes, she is. Getachew is on the charge, on the pursuit. 200 to go. Jacqueline Chepkowicz is still leading with just under 200 to go. Getachew has got a target. Has she left it too late? Will she get under 8 minutes? Over the water jump for the final time, slightly ungainly. Getachew still has a chance here. Into the home straight for the final time. Chepkowicz, Jacqueline Chepkowicz has got one more barrier to come. Getachew still believes she can get something out of this. Safely over Chepkoech. She's going to hold on. Chepkoech comes to the line. It will not be a sub-9 performance. It's 9:02.43. It's outside the meeting record. Getachau comes home in second place. Yavi gets third. Well, goodness me. Well, we had to kiss goodbye to the world record attempt very early on, but what a race it was. And not the Chepkoech, the existing and still world record holder coming home, but her namesake, Jacqueline Chepkoech, also from Kenya, coming home in a smidgen outside 9 minutes. That's one of the best performances of her career.